Hello, viewers at home. I am the Yu-Gi-Oh! Critic, reviewing decks and packs all around. And today, the deck I'm reviewing to you is the Fury from the Deep Structure deck. Now, as we experts may know, this is the fourth structure deck to be released. It's for us with 17 monster cards, 15 spell cards, and 8 trap cards. Now, we'll read the monster cards first. This lovely monster. Or no, it's Ocean Dragon Lord Neodaedalus. This with 2,900 attack points, which is pretty powerful. And it comes with a handy effect. I'll tell you what it is if you don't know it. You send Yomi from your side of the field to the graveyard to send all cards in both players' hands and on the field to the graveyard except this card. It's handy, I know. And the bonus is you can still attack with it. Pretty nice. That comes the normal monster cards. One of those 7-colored fish. Here, show it. 1,800 attack points strong. A Sea Serpent Warrior of Darkness, also at 1,800 points and strong. Now for a third normal monster called Space Mambo. Oh, at 1,700 points. Oh, you have this monster known as Mother Grizzly. He comes with a handy ability. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you get to special summon one water attribute monster with 1,500 attack points or less from your deck. Then your deck is shuffled. And this deck has 3 Mother Grizzlies, which means 3 times the effect. Now, this next monster is called Starboy. Starboy may look weak because of his 550 attack points, but has a handy ability. As long as it remains face up on the field, well, all water monsters gain 500 at attack points, and all fire monsters lose 400 at attack points. Now for this X monster, it's Type Infecting Virus. And you discard one card from your hand, you declare a monster type. All face-up monsters of that type are destroyed. Then it's sent to the graveyard. Very handy. Now you experts are thinking, why is this guy had this monster in his deck? What's forbidden? Well, the deck that calls for it. I'll explain the whole forbidden thing at the end. This next monster is called Fenrir. It can only be special summoned from your hand by banishing ink from play 2 water monsters you have in the graveyard. And this monster destroys your opponent's monster in battle, and it sends it to the graveyard, and your opponent skips the next draw phase. And this deck comes with 2 Fenrirs. Makes it very handy. Now this next card is called Amphibious Bugroth MK-3. As long as there's Yumi face up on the field, well, this card can attack your opponent's life points directly. It comes in pretty handy, I know. Next card here, Leviathan Dragadaedalus. Its effect is somewhat similar to Neodaedalus, but different. Its effect reads: you send Yumi from your side of the field to the graveyard to destroy all cards on the field except this one. Which means the hand is left immune. And next here, Mermaid Knight. As long as Yumi remains face up on the field, this card can attack twice during the same battle phase, which means double the damage. Next up is Mobius the Frost Monarch. When this card is tribute summoned successfully, you can destroy up to 2 spell or trap cards on the field. It can be any 2. Next here we have Unshaven Angler. If you're to tribute summon a water monster, this monster counts as 2 tributes. It's needed for the tribute summoning. Yeah, or this one. Creeping Doom Manta. When this card is normal summoned successfully, no trap cards can be activated. Since your opponents can't activate a trap card to turn you normal summon this card. That means you can't end either. Now that's all the monster cards from the deck. Now we're onto the spell cards. Starting with this equipped spell card called Snatch Steal. Well, when you play this card, you take control of a monster your opponent controls. Let's see. It's after you equip it to it. You increase your opponent's life points by 1,000 points during each of their standby phases. Now for this quick play spell card, Mystical Space Typhoon. I know that a deck I reviewed last time had this spell, but still, nothing wrong with multiple decks having it. Anyway, you could destroy one spell or trap card with this card if you watched my last review. Now for this next spell card, another equipped spell called Premature Burial. By paying 800 life points, you get to special summon one monster from your graveyard and equip it with this card. And this card gets destroyed, the equipped monster is destroyed as well. Now you're all thinking, why does he got that forbidden equip spell? Again, I'll explain the whole forbidden thing at the end of the video. Now for this next spell card, Pot of Greed. Let you draw 2 cards from your deck. Pretty basic. Now for this next spell card called Heavy Storm. If you watched my last review, you may have seen me bring up this card as well. Well, it's Mystical Space Typhoon, but still, if you haven't heard of this card, I'll have you know this destroys all other spell and trap cards that are on the field. Now for this next spell card, it's a field spell card. It's called Legendary Ocean. It works sort of like Human. Only the Legendary Ocean downgrades all water monsters on the field and in both players' hands by 1 level. Making level 5 monsters even easier to summon. And all water monsters gain 200 attack and defense points. This deck has 3 Legendary Oceans, which can be handy. Now this next spell card is called Creature Swap. But both you and your opponent select one monster from their respective sides of the field and switch control of those monsters with each other. These selected monsters cannot change their battle positions this turn. Now this next spell card is a quick play spell card called Reload. This lets you add your entire hand back to the deck, shuffle the deck, then draw the same number of cards you put back again from your hand. And there are 2 reloads in this deck. This can help you twice. There's this next spell card called Salvage. You get to add 2 water attribute monsters with 1500 attack points or less each from your graveyard to your hand. And there are 2 Salvages in this deck, which can help you out. Now for this next spell card called Hammer Shot, this lets you destroy the strongest monster, or strongest and highest attack points. If there's more than one monster that have the same attack points that are the highest, you get to choose which one to destroy. Now, this is the last spell card in the deck, called Big Wave, Small Wave. Destroy all face-up water monsters on your side of the field. Then you can special summon water monsters from your hand, up to the same number of monsters you destroyed by this effect. I know it sounds costly, but it's still worth it. Now we come to the trap cards in the deck, starting with Dust Tornado. This can destroy one spell or trap card on the field, and then you can set one spell or trap card from your hand. For the destroyed spell or trap, it has to be on your opponent's side of the field, not to your side, just your opponent's. Now, here's the next trap card, Call of the Haunted. This lets you dig from your graveyard, and you get to special summon one monster from your graveyard in attack mode. But when one card goes to the graveyard, the other goes with it. Now this next trap card is called Gravity Bind. All level 4 and above monsters cannot attack. And there are 2 Gravity Binds in this deck, which is twice as handy. Now for this next trap card, Tornado Wall. This card will can only be activated when Yuumi is on the other side of the field. Well, active on the field. Well, as long as Yuumi remains is face up on the field, any damage from attacking monsters to your life points becomes 0. When Yuumi is removed from the field, this card is also destroyed. Now we've got another trap card called Torrential Tribute. You can only activate this card when a monster is normal summoned, flip summoned, or special summoned, and destroy all monsters on the field with it. Every last monster, even your own. Now for this next trap card, called Spell Shield Type 8. You select and activate one of its 2 effects. You negate the activation and the effect of a spell card that targets one monster on the field and destroy the spell card, or send one spell card from your hand to the graveyard to negate the activation and the effect of a spell card and destroy it. Now this is the last card in the deck. It's called Xingqiu Enhu. Select 2 set spell or trap cards on the field and activate this card. As long as this card remains face up on the field, the selected spell or trap cards cannot be activated. As for that whole forbidden thing I mentioned earlier, well, the tribe infecting virus, Pot of Greed, and Premature Burial are listed under forbidden, but that's under the advanced format. But if any of you that have this deck are beginners, it's okay to use them. You're just learning. And that's the end of this Fury from the Deep deck. I'm the Yu-Gi-Oh! Critic, reviewing decks and packs everywhere.